What's going on, people? This is Black Tiger. We had talked about Black Tiger talks of Black Tiger and Creed coming about, and so here we go. This is it. We're gonna do basically introductions. I'll start. You know who I am, Black Tiger, Big Time Fitness. He also is a part of Big Time Fitness.
Creed.
And so, what up? We got phone calls going off already. This is me, Black Tiger, and so basically, you know who I am. You've been with me, fitness and different stuff. So basically what we want to do, I said we want to talk about real subjects and we want to talk about real life outside of fitness. Fitness is important. We're going to really do things on fitness. You guys see my videos all the time, but these talks right here are going to be like real life issues.
Real life. It's Creed right here. Just had a phone call. People owe some people some money. But yeah, this is going to be real. I'm going to try to keep it real as possible. Just come at us with any type of questions that you have. Hopefully we can answer them. And it's on.
Alright, well, I'm going to start off. I got my disclaimer. He might have one. I don't know what he got.
I mean, it's about to be the same. Don't come for us. You know what I mean?
So, yeah, basically we're going to say, don't come for me on social media because you get mad about anything I said. We have a history or whatever. I'm not talking about you specific. We're just talking about subjects. I'm not going to mention any names. I'm not even going to try to mention situations so that it doesn't basically come off as if I'm talking about somebody like that. But we're going to be able to talk freely. I'm not putting nobody's name in it, so don't come at me on social media saying, all that.
Don't do it because you know how I go.
Don't do it. First, we going to tell you, then you going to block me. But then also for your church people, me. I am Pastor Flippin, so you know what I want you to understand is that these subjects we're gonna be real. They might be a little raw sometimes, and
young preach.
So we're gonna really talk about them in depth, and we're gonna really hit the real issues because we don't want to sugarcoat stuff. And people really dealing with real issues. We want to talk about what people really dealing with. We want to get deep.
Yeah, we do
into those things. So that's basically it right there. What we gonna do? Shout out to the Redskins. What y'all
think?
Hey, we went 0-2. Everybody wants to talk junk, but now we went 4 games straight, and so you know what that's about to be like. We doing and then we beat the Eagles. The Eagles good this year. We got them. So
2016
is popping. The only people we looking at right now is Dallas. And even though we don't like Dallas. Dallas looking good right now. Prescott, and especially Ezekiel Elliott running that ball. He looked real good out there. That offense is clicking. That O-line off the chain. So
too much. Redskins.
Right. I'm giving the Dallas. We done with the Dallas.
Too much.
Redskins. So that's cool. Other than that, right now we're gonna go ahead and hit the topic for the day. Everybody ready for the topic for the day? Drum roll. Hey, now look now. I was saying that we was gonna talk about. I said we was gonna talk about. Brother dating should be exclusive or not.
Yeah, but I tell him to hit him strong.
But he wanted to go straight for the jugular of some things that Biddy been talking about, and he wanted to talk about whether being domesticated in a relationship before marriage is that doing too much. And also kind of talking about it within the confines of marriage as well. I don't know if we're going to get to that end on this video, but we're going to start off with talking about being domesticated as a woman and in a relationship with a man, and you guys are dating, or you guys are girlfriend and boyfriend, or engaged. What is too much as far as it goes when it comes to being domesticated? You want to start off talking about it?
Yeah, I just have a couple of questions that I have for y'all, and then y'all can come back at me and ask me some questions. But like nowadays, females, women ask, is it too much being domesticated? Well, like cleaning and cooking, is that too much? And I feel like it's not, because if I'm working and I'm busting my butt for you, why can't you clean and cook and do the things that I like? I'm not asking you to go out here and, go out here and work, even though cleaning and cooking and taking care of the kids, that's a job within itself. I'm not saying it's not a job within itself. It is, because I mean, I had to stay home and do it at one point, you know. But I just want to know, is that too much to ask from a man?
Well, I guess we need to ask the question too, because you said one that don't work. So what about the ones that do work? What we talk about with them?
You talking about the men that don't work?
No, a woman that work. You know, a lot of times they say we work just like you work.
Right.
So how you feel about that?
The women that work as well.
Right.
I mean, if now it's a communication thing, then.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like the women will have to communicate. Oh, I can't do all of this by myself. So can you help me? But I'm gonna tell you where I can't help you at, and let you know where I can help you, or where, you know what I mean, with things. You know, right. It's all about communication then.
Right.
That's how I feel.
Well, I think that when I was looking at it and talking about it over some times, I talked to some of the older women, I talked to some of the younger women.
It's age difference as well.
And I know that y'all get mad. I know the young women get mad when I say that the older women think differently. But to really be honest, and I don't know, maybe it's older women, but maybe it's down south more. I don't know what it is. Right. But anyway, basically they told me, like, I remember talking to my mom about it. She was saying, like, when she was dating my dad, she was saying that, like, how she would go over and make sure everything was clean and straight. Now she working on her own. She taking care of herself. You know what I'm saying? Now he was probably taking her out to dinner and stuff like that, and treating her to things like that sort, or gifts and different stuff like that. But she was saying, like, basically she made sure that he knew her presence was felt in the house by the stuff that she did, like cooking and cleaning up, and just and it didn't, like, for her, like, it didn't, like, today, like, it seems like the women be saying, like, it makes them feel like they being used or you trying to control them, but she just did it because it just felt normal for her. Like, there's no way she would come into the man's house and stuff is kind of messed up, and she don't straighten up, or she sit in his house all day long.
So that's a real woman. That's that come in your house and straighten up, and you don't even ask her to do any of that.
You know what I mean? She's like, you know, if she sees some other place and she knows she'll take care of that, do that, you know, because it's just something natural. Don't feel like, oh, I gotta be getting the rain for it or whatever. It's just something that I naturally do. Just like a guy, I feel like when he take you out, or he buys you things, or he's spending, making sure that you know you cool, that you feel like you're cherished and different stuff like that. He not saying I can't do that for you unless I got a ring on my finger. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I feel like if you gotta have some type of agreement, and I guess, like, it can be different. It depends on the man. You know what I mean? Like,
it definitely depends on the man as well. Like, yeah.
Because I like a little old school. I guess you want to call it old school, but I like for my woman to make me feel good if she cook a meal, if she straighten up. Now I'm gonna make her feel good.
When she do those things, and make sure she know that I'm appreciated. Right. All the things that she do.
Right. So I guess the question would be asking, you guys have to put it on comments and different things and ask questions, because we want to know, like, how do you feel about it and what do you think about.
Please give us feedback.
Yeah, please tell us something, because we need to know what you think.
Yeah, please.
Because what do you think about today's time, and if you dating somebody, and should you do those things? Should you cook or should you clean? I mean, I guess I don't know if you ran across this, but there's a time now where people are saying, well, no, I won't cook. I ain't gonna cook nothing in no man's house. I'm not gonna clean it in the man's house unless I gotta ring them. I'm not gonna, what they say? I'm not gonna give. Well, I'm not gonna.
Well, you gotta work.
I'm not gonna give wife's privilege to a boyfriend.
Right, but you gotta work your way up to that ring. How we know that you know what I mean? When you get to that ring, you gonna sit on your hind pads, and not do nothing. Right.
And I think, like, and I was talking to somebody the other day, we was talking about the blind ring giving. Like, I'm giving a ring without knowing basically how you are, what you give, what you bring to the table, as far as even if I like somebody, that's investigated. Now, I think that while we on that topic too, it's important that when you first meet somebody and you date them, tell them this is what I like. But the problem is,
let me know.
I have told people, like, oh, this is what I like and this is what I want to see. And they tell me, oh, yeah, I do that. Mm-hmm. But when we get in a relationship, they do none of that.
None of that.
But, and what was I? Oh, yeah, I was saying that as far as the blind ring go, I said, I think the concept of blind ring we talk about, and I'll go on this side, you know, as far as a biblical concept of many people in the Christian place where they say, well, you should just, the man basically do everything. He pursue, and then when she get the ring, then she starts to do whatever. Right. But the only problem with that is you talking about basically an Old Testament custom where they found wives and they knew how a wife was going to be because a wife was always raised to do specific things.
Right.
So when he got a wife, it didn't matter. He could just go out and get one. They would match one from the families, and then he would know that he was getting somebody that was going to cook, that was going to clean, that was going to take care of the kids, that was going to do that. But that's what, and she needed him for significance.
It's all how you raised too.
Right. And she needed him for significance because she had to have him in order to own property and stuff.
Right.
So you're talking about a whole different thing. So we're not about to give blind rings and we don't know what we get. We don't know nothing. Right. I mean, we just have to assume these days because times are different. So just like you want to see what type of man we are,
we want to see what
type of woman
you are.
Exactly. So I think that's for one thing is very important. You got to see how somebody is. You can and then you'll be so quick. Like if a man he lazy, he don't do nothing, then y'all quick to be like, oh well, you don't need him. It's the same thing with a woman. Like if you come to my house, you don't do nothing. You just eat all the food. I'm buying everything. And I'm doing all this stuff, and you're not doing anything. Then
freeload.
What good? What good is that to be now? Huh?
You being just like that lazy nigga that you call us.
right. And you be like, oh man, if he was laying on my couch and he was doing all this, I'll tell him, man, you crazy girl. You better.
But some women nowadays think they should only work. Not only they should only work, but that's what they're only good for working. You know what I mean?
Like outside of the house, you talking about an actual job?
Right. They only working, and then they don't have to come home and cook. Right. Don't have to come home and cook or clean or anything like that. So I'm like,
it's different, right?
Yeah. Why would?
Because like I guess some of the stuff we used to, and I guess because of generational change, women took pride in that type of thing.
Right.
It took pride by how
They house
look or how they take care of their man's house or how somebody knew that a woman was there. You know what I mean?
Right,
like,
exactly.
There's no way they would be in somebody's house and somebody would know that your girl was here. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Where your girl at? Because your house clean. Your house look like it's immaculate or whatever. So it was that type of thing. And it didn't seem to be an issue. But now it's a big issue.
It's a huge issue.
It's a big issue.
So that's why we bring this topic upon you today.
Right, because it has become a huge issue
in our generation.
In our generation of what's too much, what's not enough, and people bumping heads and saying, "Oh well, I'm not gonna do that," because I don't know. For me, it's just like you want to sit around like a princess. Now, maybe I'm wrong. You tell me. Maybe
but if you want to sit around like a princess always made sure her house was put together.
Yeah, man. Well, I guess you had some servants. Yeah. The servants gonna take care.
We ain't got that type of money.
Right.
You better get down with them.
So I mean, we have to look at that subject. You guys have to tell us what you think about it.
Please do.
By you guys' feedback, we will basically know what to come back. We're going to continue this subject probably for next video. Depends on how much feedback we get in the audience and what y'all saying and those type of things. And I want both perspectives. I want some, and I say this really in the most caring manner and nice manner because I know. So I'm gonna use it like this. I'm more experienced ladies. Mm-hmm. You can come and comment, and then less experienced lady, meaning younger ladies and older ladies. But I know you don't want me to say older. Mm-hmm. So comment on it, and maybe you can kind of explain what's the difference and why things seem to change. I remember I was having conversations with older women about this subject, and they would seem like they thought completely different from people who were like 30 and below, and then maybe like 36 and up. So they would start thinking different, especially like when you get to the 40s. They were thinking completely different when they came to that type of domesticated work and things and doing that for the man. They didn't see it as anything other than showing you that I appreciate you, and whether it works out or not, I'm not losing nothing. I did it because I was in a relationship with you and I cared for you. But it's like today, it seems like the woman is like, if I cook, it's like I lost something. I gave up something, and I guess for I said we gonna be real. So y'all act like the cookie though. Y'all give up the cookie before you give up the cooking.
Yeah.
Now that's no really. Now come on now.
Yeah.
Now we talking about anything in life.
Preach.
Yeah. We talking about anything in life. If you gonna hold anything, then you be holding the cooking. I mean, what you want to hold the cooking? You want to hold the cleaning. You want to hold all that stuff. But you know what it is? You get something out of him getting the cookie. Mm-hmm. But you really don't get nothing out of doing something that you feel like you don't want to do.
Morals.
Right. And
at the end of the day,
that type of thing but it don't really make sense for you to say, oh well, he can tear this thing up.
Even though that's what I want to do,
right? I'm sure that's what most guys want to do. But at the same time, you saying that, but then you saying it's too much.
But once you hold it from me, I'm gonna be like, oh, she might be the, she might be the one.
But then you want to hold cooking?
Yeah.
And that's what you want to hold a man? Or you want to hold cleaning? That's when you hold a man? Like you lost something because you cleaned up something. I may feel like I lost something because I keep spending all this money on you.
Right.
Going out and taking you out, taking you to movies. I'm paid most of the time. I know I do most of the time. Mm-hmm. And so it becomes, and y'all don't know. For the guys that really, really do it all the time, 2 people adds up quick when you're going out to eat. For you, even if you're going somewhere that's $12.95, when you put 2 $12.95s
or $6.99 Chipotle,
but you're doing that 2 a piece every time y'all go out. And if y'all go out on a regular basis, then sometimes you want to take them to a nice place. So you're talking about $40, $60, and if you go dinner and a movie, you're talking about if she want popcorn.
Cause I try to treat mine,
Right, I try to treat them good. So if you want popcorn, you want stuff like that, then you got. And I go back like to the laid back recliner theater. So that's like $25.
That's on Maslin,
right. Well, it's in Cleveland, the main one. I'm talking like all the way back.
Oh man.
And then it's like $25 or so for both of those tickets.
You're going to sleep at Cleveland with.
Right. Dang, what's the name of it? It's AMC up in Cleveland. But I go up there sometimes, and so, I mean, it's cool, but, I mean, I'm trying to do and treat, you know what I mean? And I'm not going to really expect for you to do that. Now, I guess what I say is, if you're not going to continue in dating a relationship, at least chip in. Like at least show some type of appreciation somewhere to meet somebody, show you how you love some kind of way.
Right.
But I mean, me personally, like I'll buy whatever. Then I mean, if you cook me a meal, I like that.
That's
you make me a meal. You straighten up the house a little bit. Oh yeah, man, right. I'm in love.
Tear it down after that. Tear it down.
Man. So I guess we done covered the subject pretty good. We're on like an 18-minute video, so. I think we've covered the topic pretty well, and what we're going to do is we're going to leave it up to you now. We're going to let you guys leave comments. This is the first video. Give us some love. Show us some love. Black Tiger.
Tell us how we did.
And let us know how we did, how things going with you guys, and what you think about this topic. Tell us any questions that you have, whatever you want to do. And also, we said, on this same topic, this is gonna be up to y'all. Now we don't get no feedback, we ain't gonna do it. If we get feedback, we gonna bring in some women.
Yeah,
right.
Let us know.
We gonna bring in some women. Yeah. They gonna talk about it, cause y'all probably saying this. Y'all probably saying this is a male bias. This male bias.
But not a lot of males are doing things like this. So
right. So you gonna be like, this male bias. We don't want to hear this. So we gonna bring in some girls that can talk, women that can bring in and talk about how they feel about the subject, and we'll bring in on what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring in people on both sides of the perspective. Yeah. So what we're gonna do is bring in somebody one day that believes that that's good to do for their man. We're gonna bring in somebody that says that's too much, and we're gonna see how it go.
What y'all think that's in the middle?
Yeah, and then somebody that's neutral. Right. So we're gonna get it proper. It's gonna be nice.
Yeah.
All right, man. So I'm Black Tiger.
Creed.
All right, we out. See you next time.
All right. And always remember.